Hi, my name is Jessica Fishman. I grew up in Minnesota. I grew up with a conservative family. We were very active in the Jewish community. And my dad was president of the synagogue. My mom was president of the regional Hadassah. After I finished university, I decided to come on a year volunteer program in Israel. And I fell in love with the country. And I decided to make Aliyah. After making Aliyah, I also decided to volunteer to join the IDF and served in the spokesperson unit for about 2 years. I've now been here almost 7 years. For the past 2 years, have been in a relationship with an Israeli man, and when it became time to discuss marriage, it came up that my mother had converted, and she converted in a conservative, with a conservative rabbi. My mom dedicated her life to raising the family Jewish. I grew up in Jewish day school, going to synagogue on Shabbat, and I found out that the rabbinut in Israel doesn't accept the conversion of my mother, and therefore I wasn't allowed to get married in Israel. My boyfriend was specifically concerned about our children not being recognized by the rabbinut, and actually he wanted me to go through a conversion process without ever really knowing what a conversion process with the rabbinut. The conversion issue, for me, it was really difficult to even think about doing a conversion, because it was so upsetting to hear that these people could basically define my identity for me. You know, I grew up Jewish. I didn't know anything else. I identified myself as a very strong Jew. And then for these people to come along and tell me that my whole life was basically a lie it was heartbreaking. One of the reasons that I was really against going through a conversion process is the rabbinut has recently been annulling conversions retroactively. And for instance, there was a case that came up recently. There was a man who decided to tell his rabbi that his wife wasn't going to the mikvah, and she was a convert, and he basically wanted her conversion annulled. And not only that, the marriage would be annulled, and she would have lost all of her rights as a wife and as a mother, and that was one of my biggest fears, is that would happen to me, that they would annul it retroactively, just because of a whim, because there was a new head rabbi, and they didn't like the rabbi that did the conversion, and you see that happening more and more. For me, it was very disappointing to know that after I had dedicated myself to the country and volunteered, that I wasn't even given the basic human rights to marry. Unfortunately, my boyfriend and I have since separated because of all these problems, and I am leaving Israel because I am pretty disillusioned and disappointed and upset with the way that this country doesn't accept all Jews. I came to Israel really seeing it as a homeland for the Jews, and I felt at home here. After the experience that I've gone through, I no longer feel like it's my home. I don't feel like I'm accepted. I feel, in some way, I feel unwanted. I feel that this isn't my home. I don't feel accepted. And it's after everything that I've done for the country that it hurts that much more. I feel like I've been spit in the face.